The following video is brought to you by Fatherhood, streaming now and also available on digital download and DVD. What's up, y'all? It's your boy KevOnStage, and it's Sunday, time for the inspirational message of the day. I want to piggyback off what we talked about last week. Get out of your own way. Somebody sent me a question on my website, KevOnStage.com. You can now submit questions and videos. They said, I have one question after watching you get out of your own way video. You said that once you make a decision to jump into it, once you make a decision, you jump into it. I'm more like your wife, the researcher. I wanted to write a book to see it get published. I decided to research proper writing techniques, styles for novels, and almost gave up. I believe my talent and the work I've done. The question, when jumping into a field you aren't training, what are your initial steps? How do you know if your work will be respected and taken seriously? Here's my rule of thumb, okay? I like to say just jump in. Now, that doesn't mean don't do anything just like, I want to make a movie, start writing, because you don't even know what you're doing. I use this analogy. I've been swimming for exercise for like the last 3 weeks. I went and bought a wetsuit because it's really cold in the morning. I got goggles, you know, I got a little head thing. I got earplugs so I don't get water in my ear. I got all that. So I learned how to swim, you know, years ago. I haven't perfected the technique, but I know how to swim. So every morning I get up, it's freezing cold, 6 o'clock in the morning, put my wetsuit on, put my goggles on, put my hat on, zip it up tight, and I'm ready. And the water is there, right? And at 6 o'clock in the morning, the water is cold. I know I have to jump into the pool, but the water is freezing. So I'm usually talking myself out of it. I'm like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, jump. No, 10, 9, 8. And here's the thing that I realized. It doesn't matter when I jump in. The water is going to be cold. It's not going to warm up until I jump in and start swimming. So if I walk out of my room and jump in, it's going to be cold. If I waste 5 minutes, still going to be cold. Waste 10 minutes, still going to be cold. But once I jump in and start swimming, guess what? The water doesn't feel so cold anymore. My body temperature starts rising. The wetsuit adjusts. Whatever reason, after about 5 minutes, I'm not cold anymore and I'm just swimming. And that's what I like to say. You don't jump, I say you research enough to do it. Not necessarily to do it perfectly, but to do it. And how do you know if it'll be taken seriously or not? You don't. When I first wanted to write a movie, I got this book called Save the Cat by Blake Snyder. Went online, how to write a movie. Recommendation from friends, read this book. In this book, he tells you, in order to write a movie, you got to do a beat sheet. I did that. That's here. Okay, you can't see it, but it's here. Did that. After the beat sheet, I did the index cards. Here's 40 index cards, scenes. This is Growing Up Black. And then I translated that into a script. Is it a good script? I think so, but the first time I did all this, the movie wasn't so good. I got a lot of decent feedback, and mostly this is crap. So I did it again and again. And again, this is probably the 3rd or 4th script that I worked on. The 3rd actually completed one. I did one called Do You Mind? I did one called White Girl Black Church with Playmakers. And then I did this one on my own. So I've done it a little bit. And guess what? The water was cold at the beginning, but it got warm. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I jumped in. So whatever your field is, do enough research to get started. Not to do it perfectly, because most of life is on the job training. You're going to do it, but you're not going to know it all. You're going to do your very best, but you're not going to know everything until you do it. You're going to make a lot of mistakes along the way. But most people think of the mistakes and they don't even start. They're like, potential mistake, potential risk, potential risk. It's safer to not do anything. I'm like, potential mistake, potential risk. Dream on the other side of that. So those mistakes are going to come. Just like the pool water is always going to be cold. But jump in anyway and see what happens. Your boy KevOnStage. Hope that helped you. See you tomorrow. Thank you for watching today's video. As of now, we are this far away from our goal of 1,000 digital download DVD purchases of Fatherhood. And you can still help. Links in the description. And we also have an Indiegogo campaign going to fund Growing Up Black, the movie. You can support that as well. And here's the theme song that you know and love.
What's up, everybody? It's KevOnStage. Go subscribe to my YouTube page. Don't you be bitter. Just follow me on Twitter. What's up, everybody? It's KevOnStage. Go subscribe to